Welcome back to this Diablo 3 Let's Play. You're Sambo, Seraphis, Tallahassee, and Zombub, aka Mclargehuge, both joining us here in the evil-filled lands of Sanctuary. Good evening to you, Tallahassee.
Hello. I'm just noticing my gentleman has some issues with his nasal passage because he keeps snorting and then spit.
What? Really? Your character in the game?
You watch him. Eventually, he'll go to clear his nose and then spit it out.
You are.
And then again, he's a barbarian.
Well, he is. He's a brutish barbarian with clearly no manners. He's had a poor upbringing. I've never seen him do that. All right, I'm going to keep an eye on.
He just did it.
No, he's not doing it on my screen. Let's check in with our other partner this evening, Zombub, aka Mclargehuge. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Sambo. How are you?
Yeah, good. What's all this about the snot? Can you see snot or can you not?
I cannot see snot. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think Tallahassee, those cold and flu tablets you've been taking of late, just maybe back off on them just a little bit. How come it's not doing it for us? That's weird. He's not done it once on my screen.
Okay.
No.
Every once in a while.
There he goes.
Sort of just
See? He just did it. He wipes his nose and then spits it out on the ground.
Ew. Okay, haven't seen that yet. We'll keep a close eye on your nasal cavities and see if he's wiping them. Oh dear. Do you know what, folks? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. My apologies, Tallahassee, he did do it. That's weird that it does it at different times for all of us. I guess they're not in sync. Now, by the way, speaking of taking of notice of things, you guys watching from home may realise, and by the way, welcome to this week's episode. If you watched last week's episode, you'll know that it ended on a horrifying, horrific, trauma-filled note, and that was spiders. Spiders everywhere. We were standing on them, we were fighting them. There were big ones, there were small ones, and it's all Tallahassee's fault because he was laughing in the face of danger, as was Mclargehuge, while I was crying like a little girl. But guys, I don't see any spot. What happened? Mclargehuge, when we logged out of the game, we were in that dungeon. How come we're not in it anymore?
We are still in the dungeon, but we're just back at the start of it.
Oh, are we? Hang on, I'm going to actually hit my map. I guess that's it. Oh, so that doorway that I can see, it's the entrance to the dungeon, but we're on the inside of it, not the outside of it.
Exactly, because we checkpointed just as we came in last time.
So that's a good point. And I think you've brought that up in the past, Tallahassee. Wherever you get a checkpoint come across the screen, if you log out and log back in again, you're always going to be basically taken to that point then. Is that correct?
That is right.
All right, so I guess it makes sense that if you've been 10 or 15 minutes into a dungeon, I guess it kind of makes sense to probably wait till you get to the next checkpoint before you log out. Would that be a prudent thing to do?
Yes, it would. Otherwise, you have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, okay. What's the benefit? I'm trying to think of why they've done that as a game design. I guess it's not a bad thing because we get to get all this XP all over again, although the bad part of it is we have to kill all those nasty spiders that we did manage to kill last week. But that's okay. I shall steel myself and be the man that I am. Shush in the cheap seats and do it all again. Now, I can see an objective here. It says search for the chamber of Queen Aranae something. I don't know about you, but Mclargehuge, that sort of sounds like arachnid. Is that no coincidence?
That is definitely not a coincidence.
So I'm guessing that she's the boss of me in this dungeon, and she's going to be a huge, ginormous spider. Is that, far from the truth?
Hey man, I'm not going to give anything away, but
no spoilers.
All I'm saying is that you already know what's going to happen on the next page by the sounds of it.
Oh no! Okay, if my character kind of stops and it says that I'm AFK, it's because the Intertron disconnected automatically, because I'm not scared of spiders at all. But anyway, you guys go first. I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Oh!
Such a girl.
What is this? Excuse me, Zombub, but since when have your zombie dogs been green, or have I missed something all these episodes?
I think I got a rune for them, and I think they do poison damage now. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, help. Oh yeah, that's right. Helping the Tallahassee.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, it's him. Oh, hey, I've got my new ability. Here we go. Pew, 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 pew. How's that? Look at that. These are going. Oh, and they follow my mouse cursor. Whee! Whee!
I love that attack.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I forgot about that. I think it was one of you guys said last week, oh, hold it down, Sambo, because I was just like clicking on it. Whoops. Never mind. Oh, blues. Now, you guys will be happy to know, by the way, that off camera, I actually emptied my sack. Do you believe me?
Oh, phew.
No, I did.
No.
Because doing it on camera would be very awkward right now.
Well, yeah, because it would take up valuable time. So, Tallahassee, would you like to see my empty sack?
No.
Oh, well, look, I'm going to show...
I don't want to see your sack in general.
Oh, well, I'm going to open it so that all you guys watching along from home can see. Look at this. Apart from what we've picked up today. Hang on, where are we? Inventory. There we go. Look at that. It is empty. So I hope you guys are proud of me, by the way. Freeze Ray. You know what I love this here, guys. Frost Nova, look at that. And I've now got this rune on it, which is a frozen enemy that is killed, has a 50% chance of releasing another Frost Nova. And of course, you might remember I got that in last week's episode. Very happy about that. But yeah, this Pew Pew, this is like, you know what, by the way, Mclargehuge, pink is very closely related to purple, and I am raining these down on the enemies. I don't know about you, but that reminds me of a song. What do you think?
I think it reminds me of the one song that I am absolutely obsessed with at the moment.
Yeah, now before we get your side of the story, let's turn to Tallahassee, folks, and you need to know this. We've got an insider here. We've got Tallahassee, because Tallahassee and Mclargehuge work together, and that's common knowledge. But Tallahassee, tell us, apparently there's a particular song that Mclargehuge has got on the brain recently. Are you able to fill us in on some details there, and approximately how many times per day he's singing this song?
Last count it was 8. Oh. The amount of times he's come over to my desk to say the title of the song in lyrical form is about 10 or 15.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
It's actually becoming a problem.
He is becoming a problem. And pray tell, Mclargehuge, what song would that be by chance?
It would be... it would be Purple Rain by Prince.
You heard it here first, folks. It is
the Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
And here it is, just for you. There we are, Zombub, aka Mclargehuge. This is for you. Purple Rain. Now I've got to say, firstly, we need to find out how come you've got it on the brain, the Purple Rain. But also, we've been known to play the odd game of Halos recently on Xbox Live. The three of us are playing through Halo Reach on co-op. And what happens? What happens whenever I get up in my jetpack and spray the area with the needler? Go on, you tell people what you sing.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Right. So any of our viewers that happen to inadvertently join us in our Xbox Live party and hear that, I apologise ahead of the game. But that's what happened. Now, please let us know, how come you've got Purple Rain on the brain? Is it because he was recently here? And of course, we're talking about the Prince song, folks. He recently played here in Melbourne. Is it that triggered this love for the song? Or what on earth happened?
I think it's because we've been playing damn Halo and you singing Purple Rain.
Oh, you're blaming it on me now.
Every time I'm walking around the rest of the time, I'm like, Purple Rain, Purple Rain.
Okay, some of that may or may not be true, folks. You never believe a guy who has zombie dogs for friends. By the way, getting back to the game for just a moment, I suppose we should discuss what we're doing here. How do we know?
Yeah, Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo 3. How do we know we're going the right way? Because we're kind of following Tallahassee. We're putting all of our faith in you. Are we going the right way? Tallahassee, you know where you're going?
No idea, because it's random every single time that we get in here.
And that's a good point. That is a good point. There is no way. And by the way, folks, a lot of you come on the channel there and say, hey, can you help me get through this particular dungeon? You know, I love helping. We all love helping you wherever we can. We always try and respond to your comments. But the truth of it is, in Diablo 3, we literally can't. And for that very reason that Tallahassee just mentioned, which is, of course, that's one of the great parts of the game, is that it is random every time you come in.
Oh, come close and feel her loving embrace.
You!
Did we?
No.
That was a bit gross.
We just found the end of the dungeon.
Oh, really?
Really? Now, how do you...
Yeah.
It must be Purple Rain, of course. How did you know... How do you know it's the end of the dungeon, Tallahassee?
Because there's the icon.
Oh, look at that.
And we just hit that checkpoint.
Yep, the glowing. Okay, all right, fair enough. Of course, it's speaking of the, well, not only the checkpoint there, but
checkpoint.
Look at this, the Chamber of Queen Aranae. All right, hang on. Before we go in, sorry, I just want to check my sack again. So I want to have a good fiddle round in there because I have noticed that I've got some things that are blue, and you know what it's like having things that are blue in your sack? That's no good. They're much better off actually on your person. So I'm just going to make sure that these aren't better than the ones I've got. There we go, magic staff. No, that's good. You're right there. You're right. You got something in your throat, have you?
Yeah.
Right, okay, right.
No, I'm good.
Okay, there we go, folks. So, all right, I am ready. What about you guys? Do you guys have an empty sack as well?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just dropping to see if Tallahassee wants that shield that you just grabbed.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, it's just a natural I'm sorry about that. I put that. Hey, Tallahassee, you're welcome to reach into my sack and grab that, if you like. Oh, actually, look, I'll drop it. There you go.
I just noticed it's got some pretty high armor, so it might be handy for a big British barbarian
who blows his nose in public.
Yeah.
I actually just put one that's better on.
Well, forget it.
Would you like it back?
No, keep it. I do whatever you want with it. I don't care.
You two can go and get a room. In the meantime, I'm going into the chamber of the Queen of Aranae. And look at this. Attention, boss, the lair of the Spider Queen and Mclargehuge. It turns out you were right. Fancy that. Press accept to be instantly teleported to them. Your party will teleport when everyone has accepted. So again, folks, this reminds me very much of an instance in World of Warcraft. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with that. Here we go, folks. The Spider Queen herself, the Chamber of Queen Aranae. All right, let's do this thing. Now, I guess both of you guys have done this before. Yeah, Mclargehuge, any tips for the fighting of this one?
Yeah, you just got to kind of stay out of the way, especially someone squishy like yourself.
Yeah.
And try not to poo your pants too much when she lands on top of you.
Oh, what? You're kidding? What, she jumps on top? Okay, it's going to be okay though.
Heads up,
no, but I have this. Look.
Here we go.
Oh my God! I didn't realise she was going to come down on top of us.
She is seeable as well.
She's what? Seeable. Okay, so I can do my Frost Nova.
Yeah.
See if she's slowed me.
If you and your
yeah.
Now she brings out friends.
Okay, here we go. Frost Nova.
More big spiders. Usual.
Oh, and there she comes. Now that's amazing. It's like she drops out of the screen.
Do you see? Did you see that awesome effect? The big 3D drop.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very cool. And there we go. I've frozen her. Nice. Okay. Purple rain. There we go.
Fire bats.
Yeah.
Fire bats. Oh, it's not quite the same.
It's not quite the same. Green zombie dogs. Now, sorry, we kind of got off track with the purple rain thing there, but did we decide, Mclargehuge, that your zombie dogs are indeed now not green because of your rune?
I think they are because of my rune. I can't check right now, but because I just loaded up 3 more, which means it's on cooldown.
Okay.
So yeah, well, there you go. I can't now. I've only got 1 left because.
Well, that's all right. We shall assume that's the case. And look at that, folks. We've got ourselves some gold items.
I'll go mad.
Oh, and a little bit of speech there that we missed. Oh, and look at that pool of venom. Before we check that, folks, though, by the way, well done us. We've got to identify these. And just reminding you guys, of course, to identify something, you right-click on it. Got a bit of lore here. Let's have a quick listen to that before we go any further.
Rumor holds that Archbishop Lazarus loosed a silent terror in the caves near Leoric's Manor before he died. He labored for weeks over a group of unusually large spiders, and many of his servants quietly disappeared during this time. The largest creature led the others into the caves. None who have ventured there have returned.
Ooh, sounds ominous if you ask me. Now, I got myself, by the way, I don't know about you guys, we'll check in a minute, I got a really nice new magic chest armor, which is a massive upgrade from what I had, so yay us. We're going to identify something here, and there we go. This is rare braces, and let's see. It's kind of stuff like monster kills grant more XP, health globes grant extra life. I'm not sure that I really want that. Let's identify this belt here. And again, just right-clicking on it, folks. Oh, it's a rare mighty belt for a barbarian, Tallahassee. I'm going to drop this on the ground. I'm going to throw it to the ground. And let's see if is that better than what you've got.
Actually, this one is, and
there you go.
Sambo gave me one as well.
But it's
actually,
mine.
just while we're here, another tip that I actually found, which I don't think I've mentioned before, if you drop an item on the ground and hold down Control and then hover over the item, it'll actually tell you the stats of the item before you even pick it up.
Look at that. That is, wow, that is, okay, that's definitely tip of the year from the zombie dog wielding witch hunter here, Mclargehuge. That is, look at that. I'm just, by the way, folks, I'm toggling control
sorry.
there. That's okay. There we go. Thank you. And look at that. Definitely tip of the year. Thank you. Hold down Control, folks. That's brilliant, because then you don't actually have to put it in your bags. That is fantastic.
Yeah, and it compares it with what you've got equipped as well, which is good.
Yep, that is awesome. And of course, you've got
some good accidental button pushing for me.
Right. Well, we're all guilty of that, but in this case, it paid off. And of course, you get the good old green or red little symbols there beside each stat, folks, so you can immediately, without even reading their number, you can actually tell whether it's better or worse just by looking at the colour. So that is fantastic. All right, you definitely get 10 internet points this evening. Well done, Mclargehuge. All right, are we ready to click on the Pool of Venom? Harvest the Pool of Venom in the Chamber of Queen Aranae. This is going to be some green rain, nothing to do with purple rain anymore. Tallahassee, ready to rock and roll?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we now have to free Karyna with the venom. I'm guessing she's up. Who's this? How come? Oh, there we go. Right, click on.
This is the lady that's been talking the whole time and we haven't listened.
Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, Karyna. We'll listen to you now.
Can we please leave this horrible place?
Now, you'd think for someone who'd been wrapped up in a spider web, she'd be running. But no. There we go. Highlands Crossing. We are out of here. That was a boss down. We've reached a checkpoint. That is fantastic. With a new one here where we have to go out into the Highlands Crossing. Quest complete. Yay us. Well done. I am now, let's see, 12 and a third in terms of our level. And you can see that Karyna here has a quest. Let's have a chat to her and see what she's got to say.
It was terrible being stuck in there like that. Thank the gods you came along. What are you doing out here?
I seek a man taken by the Coven.
The Coven? I saw them dragging someone into Leoric's manor house. Perhaps it was the man you seek. You might have a small bit of trouble reaching there, though. I'm not proud of this, but I stole the staff of a powerful Khazra shaman. The Khazra went mad and chased me to the caves. You can find the staff in my cart in the Highlands. If you take it to the Khazra Barricade, perhaps they will let you pass.
Ooh, okay, interesting. We have to find the Khazra Staff. So, now let me get this right. She stole it, she's lost it, and we need it in order to get past our next objective. Now, I can see on the map, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a waypoint up to the northwest. Is that where we're actually going to head, or do we have to get off the beaten path to go and find that? Or will the path lead us there?
We have to go off the beaten. We have to go off the beaten path a bit.
Oh, I made friends already.
We're going to go adventuring.
Yeah, adventuring. It's okay, we don't mind that. Oh, new law.
Fighting all around the world.
Fighting all around the world.
It is tremendously large for an insect, and somehow its size allows it to expel a charging force when attacked.
Well done, Sambo.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know what? I set that trap off. And let's stop the guy talking. There we go. Set that trap off as I was standing in front of it. So that was brilliantly executed on my behalf there. Never mind. Alright, there we go. Waypoint. That is awesome. Now, by the way, I'm just going to check my bags. And I might just take a quick trip to town, if that's okay, guys. Just going to activate the portal, of course. Oh, no, wait a minute. Don't need to activate the portal. What am I saying? We can use the waypoint. Silly me. There we go. And, folks, look, as always, we won't bore you with us emptying our bags, but all we'll be doing is going and selling off our white gear. We'll be salvaging our gear into items that we can use for crafting, and we'll be right back in just a moment. There we are, guys. We're all done. We've emptied out our bags. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's have a look at this map, and you can see we've already started to explore some of it. But Tallahassee, by the look on this map, it looks like we're going to be heading up to the northwest to try and find this Khazra Staff. You've been here before. Is there anything we need to look out for, or is it just going to be mob bashing along the way?
It's mob bashing along the way, but it's going to take a while for us to find it because it does.
Oh, and is it random?
Oh, hang on, there's a shrine as well.
Want to pop down here? There's a shrine, yeah. Step a little bit closer, please. Mr. Sambo.
Yeah, that's a good point, because of course, as we've discovered inadvertently many times, if you're too far away from that when somebody activates it, you won't get that buff. Oh, this area looks awesome, doesn't it? And again, we've talked about this
Level.
before. Oh, congratulations, level 12. I'm the only one. Oh no, hang on. It was Tallahassee. Well done.
Yep.
Now,
Thank you.
What did you get any more skill unlocks or anything like that? And by the way, folks,
Long
there's
ago,
some lore. I
5 clans of
won't let it play, but you can read it there on the screen. Yeah, did you get anything new?
Yes, I got a new skill. Nerves of Steel. Your armor is increased by 100% of your vitality.
Oh, that's handy, especially for your class.
I got a new rune for Bash, which is called Onslaught. And what else did I get? I think that's it.
Oh, can't complain about that. And by the way, here's some lore.
No New Tristram and the fields surrounding it have been resettled over the years. The Highlands remain empty, save for the crumbling ruins of Leoric's old outposts. The king built more than one watchtower in his paranoia, but now they cannot even ward away goatmen and wild beasts. A tragedy, really.
A tragedy, really. It is indeed. Oh dear. All right. So so this sword. What was that? Oh dear. We've got like these minotaurs or whatever.
Random spear.
Yeah, random spear to the head. So Tallahassee, you were saying
Goatman.
The Goatman. So it can take a while to find this again. Is that because it's random? Like the actual location of it is random?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And this looks like it's actually a rather... Hang on, let's have a look at the map, folks. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of a big zone, isn't it? It's not like it's insignificant.
I thought it would have taken this long just to get through the spider cave, but we actually made it surprisingly quick for once.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of caves, look at this. Cave of the Moon Clan. Now, explain to us, please. Oh, and look at this. We've got ourselves a Highland Walker here. So we've got a tree mob. Actually, these are a lot of new monsters that I don't think we've seen before in the Let's Play series. That's always exciting. But yeah, Tallahassee, this cave here, are these just random little dungeons that appear in the game? Like nice little short things? Can we go down there and check what's in there, or are we best to avoid them?
Why not?
All right, let's go and have a look. Now, are these random as well in terms of where they appear, or they always appear in the same location?
Typically they are random in location and design.
Oh, design as well. Okay, that's pretty cool. Here we go. Now, by the way, Mclargehuge, why do we do these dungeons? I mean, obviously there's going to be XP, and that's one good reason. But is there fat loots at the end of these always, or is it random as well?
Yeah. Generally, you'll find that a lot of these dungeons have some kind of like loot at the end. They'll have like a yellow enemy or something like that, which will kind of give us something, or they'll have a resplendent chest in them, which is chock full of mad loot. So you kind of go through them just to find something like that.
Okay, all right. So it's definitely not no point missing them out, because you're going to get XP and potentially some nice items. All right. And I mean, are any of them huge, by the way? Like, what if you're a bit time poor and you've only ever got half an hour to play Diablo? Is this going to consume all of your time, or are they only like 5 minutes usually?
No, they're only generally a couple of minutes. Like either one normal level, or there'll be 2 levels. Like this one, we can see is 2 levels because it's got level 1 in the name. Okay. But yeah, they're not generally going to be doing that.
All right, good stuff. So there you go, folks. Definitely worth your time. A couple of minutes. Alright, time for a Frost Nova, I think. Alright, this is a particularly nasty one because it's got those horrible Minotaur, depending on where in the world you come from, and it's got spiders as well. Great. You know what? All that this place needs is Yetis. And that would kind of wrap it all up. Oh dear.
I wish.
No.
But they're not till Act 3.
What? Are there Yetis in this game? No!
I can't remember. Maybe there's something Yeti-like, but...
Oh, I hope not. I hate Yetis. Now, speaking
You've never
of Yetis,
seen a Yeti. When have you ever seen a Yeti?
I got scarred by a Yeti when I was a kid by watching a movie called Sasquatch, and it haunts me still to this day. But speaking of Yetis, which are hairy, smelly beasts, and therefore, speaking of hairy, smelly beasts, Mclargehuge. I don't know if you remember, but all three of us, Tallahassee, yourself and I, we were talking about a particular personality that we see regularly in Chapel Street when we go for our brunches on Saturday mornings. And that, of course, is the bearded lady of Chapel Street. We were talking about this in last week's episode, and I hope, by the way, folks, if you're watching along from home, that we didn't put you off your breakfast or anything. We were talking about her. But Mclargehuge, I think you made it known to all of us that there was some epic news that you discovered throughout the week about the lady with the beard from Chapel Street.
Yes, with some fancy internet sleuthing, as in going to Google and typing in Chapel Street bearded lady. There are actually quite a few websites and blogs out there that actually have photos of the bearded lady. So any viewers who have heard us speaking about it before, unfortunately you don't have smell-o-vision over the internet yet, so you don't get the full experience. But you can actually see what she looks like.
Now that is awesome.
There's actually a couple of people there with some stories of experiences with her, and I think Tallahassee's even found a Facebook page so that you can become a fan of her and everything. So
Tallahassee, no way.
So anyone who's out there who is a regular viewer and is interested in actually seeing what this thing looks like, then definitely punch it into Google and have a look, because it is definitely a sight to behold.
There you go, and of course that's our gift to you guys. Tallahassee, is that right? There's a
not
Facebook...
while you're eating breakfast.
Well, yeah, actually, not, preferably not at all, to be honest. There's a Facebook page. What's the name of the Facebook page, please, Tallahassee?
Actually, I think she's listed as a local business.
Okay. Well, she's definitely a tourist attraction. There's no doubt about that. Oh, dear. Oh, well, I can't believe that. That is classic. For once, guys, you are actually going to be able to see with your own eyes, if you're watching along from home, exactly what we're talking about and what we have to deal with every Saturday morning over our brunch. And, yeah, it's not too pretty. And, by the way, Mclargehuge...
There's our resplendent chest.
Oh, is it?
Yep, treasure bandit
that you just opened. And treasure bandit.
Oh, treasure bandit. Come here. Alright, I'm going to purple rain him. There we go. The purple rain wins every single time. Purple rain. This is actually...
Gotta stop.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to apologise to all of our viewers for this episode, because not only are we going to scar them with the vision of the bearded lady from Chapel Street, but we're also, you know what, every time they close their eyes, they're going to hear Mclargehuge and the rest of us here singing Purple Rain, so we're very sorry about that. Oh dear. All right, now we're running out of time, by the way. Oh, do you wish to get out? Okay, so that's good. We don't have to run all the way back. There's a satchel. Let's just grab this lore.
Long I have laboured to master the dark
Can't carry
arts.
more.
Now I finally reap the rewards. For Magda has acknowledged me. She promised me a special task that will bring endless glory to the Great One. I can hardly rest until she reveals it on the morrow.
On the morrow.
Sorry, we were exploring.
That's okay. We were listening to lore. Well, we certainly can't say that we were hard done by in this dungeon. There's no doubt about that. Let's have a look at the inventory, folks. And yes, just as I suspected, look at that. We have got our... Oh, I finally got myself some shoulder pads, by the way. Magic shoulders. And we're going to equip those for sure. I've got so many blues here. It is not funny. I've definitely done very well out of this dungeon. What about you, Mclargehuge? Got a fair swag out of that, did you?
I got some sweet braces and some adventuring heavy boots, which are in the form of strapped-on leaves for the Witch Doctor.
More strapped on leaves. Never mind, that's okay. I've got big upgrades. I've also got new gloves. I've actually got a new head as well, which has got +9 int.
You needed a new head.
Yeah, I've definitely need my old head fell off. Everything I pretty much I could even swap out my weapons here. So there you go, folks. You know, we were questioning whether or not it's worthwhile going into these dungeons. That was like a massive shopping trip, so there's absolutely no reason why you can't. And by the way, let's have a look at the levels here. We've got myself on 12. Zombub, you are still on 12 as well. I'm 2.5 bars away. What about your good self, Mclargehuge? Are you close to level 13?
About 2 3/4, I think. So just behind you.
There we go. Well, look, folks, I think it's a good time for us to leave it off. You can see Tallahassee's itching to go bash some monsters, but we are completely out of time. 30 minutes goes so fast when we're playing Diablo 3. That was lots of fun. As the fire bats come out, your character is bonkers. And by the way, folks, before you ask What are the wings on the back of myself and Tallahassee? I can't remember. They're in my inventory. Tallahassee, how did we get these wings? Were they the collector's edition, special edition? What was the go there?
Yeah, they were from the collector's edition.
Ah.
So they are angelic wings.
Angelic
unleashing
wings.
the display of heavenly power.
There we go. Right, you quite okay there, Mclargehuge? Having fun?
Yes.
There you go, folks. Well, look, again, our apologies for completely ruining a great song. Also for shattering your visions of Chapel Street. Again, go and check out those links if you like at your own risk. But if you do want to see what we're talking about, that you've got your chance to actually see it, and you might actually see where we go. The other thing we look forward to is seeing you guys here in Diablo 3 next week. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Certainly hope you'll join us in the next one. Meantime, on behalf of myself, Sambo, Tallahassee, Zombub, aka Mclargehuge, it's us saying take care. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye-bye.